Guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know the drill with that. So today's video, we are going to be talking about affordable makeup products at the drugstore that I think that you need. So products that are really low in price that I think would be beneficial for you to go out and grab if you're looking for things that are a little less expensive. I know so many of us here on YouTube, especially in the beauty community, focus on kind of bougier brands, of course, because when you're younger, you always kind of want to get those brands. You see them on stars and celebrities, and it just seems like something that you need. But I really want to talk about affordable products, things that you yourself can go out and buy and not feel super guilty about. I mean, not that you can't buy bougie products. I have no idea what you make as far as money, and you can buy whatever you want. But for those of us who don't want to spend all of our money and we just want to find some things that are less expensive, this video is definitely for you. If you're interested in seeing some of my drugstore favorites, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I think I found a little bit of everything. I have quite a big table set up over here, so I'm going to kind of start with primers. So I have two primers I'm going to mention. Now I have a lot of stuff that I like, but I tried to like dwindle it down so we didn't have too much going on. So I have two primers that I like. The first one I think is like maybe a little over $5, but it could be less. It is from Wet n Wild, and it is the Photo Focus Dewy Face Primer. So it comes with 0.84 fluid ounces or 25 mils. It is a small little guy, but to me this is plenty of face primer because I typically, honestly, I'm not a big face primer person. I don't use primers to fill in pores. I don't really have a lot for pores, which I am lucky, but I mainly use a face primer usually just kind of for a little bit of a tacky base, but mainly for illumination. I like illuminating primers, hence why I like this one, because this is definitely an illuminating primer. Now this does remind me of the First Aid Beauty Coconut Primer, except this one is a little more tacky, which is great, and it's definitely more illuminating. So if you don't like something illuminating, you might not like this, but if you like to have a nice glowy base for your foundation, then this one is for you. It's way cheaper than the coconut primer, and it provides more illumination. The one thing I will say is that it's not very hydrating, I don't think. So I'll just put a little bit, I'll probably put too much. So I'll put a little bit on my hand. And like, you can see like how illuminating that is. It's just beautiful on the skin. And I really like it. I mean, it gives a little bit of hydration, not too much, but it does provide a tacky base. And it just looks absolutely beautiful on my skin in the mornings. It really kind of livens things up. It makes me feel alive, and it kind of evens out any uneven skin tone I have. So I really like this one. Super affordable, of course, because it is Wet n Wild. And another illuminating primer that I like, because as I said, I like illuminating primers. This is a fairly new one, and I've been using this almost every single day recently if I don't use that one. It is the Covergirl True Blend Base Business. So that's what it looks like right here. Covergirl did come out with 4 new primers. There's a lavender pore filling one, which I also have that one and like it. And then there's, I believe, a green base for kind of like evening out any redness that you have, and then I think there's just like a smoothing primer as well, which I think is just like a white primer and probably meant more for hydration. But this one I actually find quite nice on the skin. It gives a little bit of hydration. This one isn't as illuminating as that one. I'll put this on my other hand. Now this one does come with 30 mils, so it comes with a bit more product. I think in Canada this is probably around $10. I think I paid about $8 something US in the States for this because I couldn't find it here. But I really like this. This is a really good release from Covergirl. I think it's really good. So it's kind of like a peachy tone. And this one is a little bit more of like a thick cream and like less illuminating than this one. This one's definitely more illuminating. But this one has a really nice, like fresh kind of scent, which I really enjoy. If you are scent sensitive, I would go with the Wet n Wild because there's no real scent to that one. This one does have a really nice scent, or I really enjoy it, and I just like how smooth it makes my skin feel. I feel like it gives that little bit of glow for underneath my foundation and a little bit of hydration. So if you are looking to try one of these, I would definitely recommend the illuminating one if you like illuminating primers, but I'm really stoked that Covergirl has some good stuff coming out. So I really, really like this. All right, so moving right along, I'm going to talk about two foundations. These are both also from Covergirl. How crazy is that? So the first one is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I have the shade 705. Again, this comes with 30 mils of product or 1 fluid ounce, typical for any foundation. I've actually done a review on this foundation. I will throw that up in the cards if you want to check it out. This one came out a little while ago. It is a little dirty, as you can see, because I do use this a bit. This is definitely like a nice coverage, like a nice medium coverage that you can build, but it's also very like illuminating, but not too illuminating. I think it's just a nice medium, but it's such like a nice medium illumination that doesn't make any sense, but you guys know what I mean. I think this is great for summer. I just like the feel of it on my skin. I think it's great for those of us who do have dry skin. I'm not sure if you have oily skin if I would recommend this, but for those of us with normal to dry skin like myself, I think you would really like this. This is one of probably the best drugstore foundations I've tried in the last year. So if you haven't tried this, I would definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a go, because I think it's just such a great, smooth, beautiful foundation. So this brings me to my next foundation I'm going to recommend, because I like this. I'm really surprised. So this is the Covergirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. So this is a comfort matte. It does say it's transfer resistant. Don't really agree with that. To be honest, I don't find many foundations are transfer resistant if you rub something. But I mean, I don't find it's like all over me at the end of the day or anything. So, and I don't find it goes really patchy on me, so it wears quite well. I definitely think this is more of a semi-demi matte. It does say comfort, so maybe that's what they mean by that. I don't think it's overly matte upon application. I think it does get matter throughout the day, but at the same time, I don't think if you have super oily skin that this is going to last maybe as a more mattifying foundation, because this isn't super mattifying. I think those of us with dry, normal combo skin, this would work fine for, and I'm kind of happy that a lot of brands are coming out with more comfort or demi or semi, whatever they want to call it, mattes, because I feel like I could never wear a matte foundation, and now I can wear matte foundations. My skin is pretty normal though, but I feel like even if I was dry, I could rock this and it would still look nice. This applies really easily. It also comes with the 1 fluid ounce, of course, not that that's important, but this applies really easily. It lasts on me pretty well throughout the day. I would say about 8 to 10 hours. Maybe it starts looking a little bit different. It's not like 24-hour wear. But for me, this lasts pretty well. I don't think it like looks bad on my skin at all, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I would recommend this one. It is a newer release, but I have been wearing this quite often, so that's why I put it in this video, because I do really like it. And if you are someone that's scared of matte foundations, but you want to try one, I would go ahead and pick this one up, because I do think that you would really enjoy it. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I have been liking this. All right, so powders. So this is an absolute favorite powder of mine. So this is a loose finishing powder. I use this for under my eyes. I use it to set my whole face, to be honest. I just repurchased this. Like, I used a full one of these. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I have mine in the lightest shade 05 Fair. So it's just in a little square box like that. It is a loose powder. I'm not going to open it because one thing, there's no real sifter, so if you put it upside down, it comes out, which is fine, but it can be a bit messy. I love this. I think this is as good, if not better, than some of the higher end finishing powders or the loose powders out there. If you are looking for something just as good as Laura Mercier, in my opinion, or any, like the Peach Perfect, or like the Too Faced powders, or the Born This Way ethereal powder, try this guy. I don't find this overly drying. I don't find it makes my under eyes look like crepey. I just think this works so well for me, and it works good for setting my makeup in place. I feel like my makeup doesn't like go away throughout the day, whereas if I don't wear this with some foundations, I feel like it does. So I think this is bomb. This is like $6 and something, maybe $8. Go and get yourself some. And I used a whole thing of this, which is saying a lot because I rarely go through makeup products, but this is definitely in my like top 5 of things that I need in my life. So I would highly, highly recommend you check this out if you haven't already. So the next product I'm not going to talk about a lot because everyone has raved about this. It's probably one of the best bronzers at the drugstore, and that is the Butter Bronzer. First off, it smells like a vacation. Now, I have had mine forever, so it is a little bit dented. I don't know if you can tell. This is the darker shade, just bronzer. There is a light bronzer, and I believe they released some deeper shades. So they have maybe 5 or 6 in the range now, which is really awesome. I'm really glad they decided to do that. It does come with 11 grams of product. You get a decent amount of product in here. It does have like a little brush that no one uses, or a sponge, which I don't know how you would use a sponge with this, but whatever. Besides that, I think it's beautiful. It has a beautiful scent. This applies as good as some of my high-end bronzers. I still reach for this. I think it's totally worth your money. Now, depending on where you get this, it could be $10 to $15. Physicians Formula is a bit higher on the scale than some other drugstore brands, but I think if you are looking for a drugstore bronzer, then I would definitely go ahead and pick up the Butter Bronzer. All right, so let's talk about highlights. I love highlights. So I have a few that I want to talk about. One that I really want to talk about is from Essence. It's the Pure Nude Highlighter. You guys have probably seen this. A lot of people really loved this. So this is just a really subtle kind of champagne highlight. And I'll just put like a little swatcheroo there. So it's right there. I don't know if you can see that. But this is more of a subtle champagne highlight. It's very smooth. There's no glitter or like glitter particles in this. It is just a smooth, like really glowy powder. You can build this up, but it is more subtle. If this is something you think you would like, then pick it up. It's under $5. I think it's one of the better formulas out there. I know they did come out with this Pure Nude highlighters, like more shades, but they're more iridescent. But there was a deeper like bronze shade that looked really pretty. So if you're a deeper skin tone, maybe check that out. It's really good that they actually decided to expand on these, because I mentioned that in a video that I thought they should, but I'm not into iridescent, so I didn't get any of those, but I love this shade. I think you should definitely check it out if you haven't. Essence has some good priced products, and I think this is just like a fabulous highlighter. Now, if you want more bling in your life, you should definitely check out the Master Chrome highlights, specifically Molten Rose Gold. So this is the pink one from Maybelline. So that's what it looks like. Like, ooh, I wear this often, as you can tell probably. So I'm going to put that right there. Ooh, now that is a highlight, guys. Like, look at that. It is a beautiful highlight. I can't say anything more. I know some of the other ones are a bit different. Like the white kind of iridescent one's more glittery. This one is not glittery. It's just super metallic, super shiny. It's smooth. It goes onto the face super easily. I just think this is a really good one. If you're going to pick up a shade, pick up this one. I will say if you're fair though, it may be a little too dark for you, but even when I'm light, I can pull this off. So hopefully they'll make like something other than the white shade for those of us that are super fair, but this one works for me. And I think if you're going to check out a shade, again, look at that. Definitely check this one out. All right, so I'm going to talk about one more highlight here. So this is from Revolution Pro or Makeup Revolution, whatever they're calling themselves now. This is a collab with Soph Does Nails. She has a YouTube channel. I will link her YouTube channel down below. So this is what the palette looks like. I love the packaging. It's a highlighter. It comes with, let's see if I can open it. It comes with 8 shades. So this is the shades. How pretty are they? There are some smoother ones in here, and then there are ones with some more like glitz to them, or more of like a baked kind of formula. These are so pretty. Like they have pink tones, they have deeper like bronze tones, they have lilac, green, they have pink. All right, I said pink already. Champagnes, golds, like this has everything. And these are so punchy too. Like they have such a good, So I'm just going to put a couple of these on my hands. And I'm going to put them in all different locations because why not? Whew! So I put a bunch of these like at the first of my hand. So the first part of my hand, like, whoo! This is a punchy freaking highlighter palette. This was like $15, I think, Canadian. So it's even less in the States. And you get huge pans. You get a good amount of product in here. You get a good variation. Check this out. I think it's not talked about enough. I think Soph did an amazing job with collabing on this because I think it is absolutely stunning and you definitely should pick this up. Now you can get Makeup Revolution on Ulta or you can go like on the website, you can go in store. I believe you can get this either way, but definitely go ahead and check this out. Very affordable, great highlighting palette. Okay, let's talk quickly eyeshadows. So this isn't a drugstore brand, but they are affordable. I think these are like $8 each, and sometimes they do have sales on these. So this is from a new brand that I recently discovered, an indie brand called Sydney Grace. These are their cream shadows. These are fucking stunning. And I'm sorry I'm swearing, but these are so good. So good. So I have the shade Boardwalk, which is more of kind of like a rose gold metallic shade. And then I do have the shade, what is this one? Vibrant Madness. Now this is a good base shade. It's kind of like a bronzy taupey shade, but it's so metallic. This is probably more metallic than this one, and you can mix this one with all the other shades. These are just really, really good, guys. Super good. All right, so I put some swatches here. Hopefully you can hear my dogs, they're barking. But look at this. So this one I kind of screwed up because I put the other shade on, but I put it over top. So this is the shade Boardwalk. It is definitely more, it's not showing as much on camera, but it's definitely more of a rose gold tone. And then this one is Vibrant Madness. Like, how freaking stunning are these? You get tons of product in here. You're never going to run out. So pick these up if you get a chance. They also sell like single eyeshadows, metallic eyeshadows. These are really good. All right, so keeping with the liquid eyeshadow theme, I want to talk about these from Essence. These are their Metal Shock eyeshadows. So I have a bunch of them here. They are freaking good. I think these are like $4.99 each or like less than that. So they're really inexpensive. If you're looking for something like similar to the Shimmer and Glows from Stila, these are definitely pretty close. They don't have tons of glitter in them. Some have more than others, but most are just really metallic shadows. Definitely my favorite is this like gold shade. I'll put this just on the bottom part of my hand. These go on the eyes really good. They have a nice doe foot applicator, so that's that gold right there. Really reflective, really easy if you want to do like a cut crease. I also like the shade, I think this is 1 Second to Mars. Kind of a peachy tone with like a gold, the gold reflex. So it's that one right on the end. Really stunning shade. Like I said, these are around $4.99. You can get them at any of the drugstores. Just absolutely stunning. So I definitely would highly recommend those. So my hand is like highlighted to shit. I just had to wipe this off, but I'll do that later. So more eyeshadows that I would recommend are from Wet n Wild. So this is just the remake of it's like a new formula they came out with. Their shadows have always been good in my opinion. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Comfort Zone palette. I also have the Rose All Day, which is kind of a dupe for the Modern Renaissance, which I love and couldn't think of the name of. The packaging, of course, is not like beautiful, but the inside of the palettes and how they perform is really good. So they recently redid them and added the matte transition shades, which is such a good idea. These blend out easily. I don't think all the shimmers are like amazing, but I think they're good, especially for the cost. Like I think this was like maybe $7. In the States, you can probably get this for like $5 or $6. So highly recommend. Good shadow formula, very inexpensive, blend really nice. All the ones I've tried, I mean, there's maybe like one miss in each palette, but most of them are really good. So if you're looking for a really inexpensive kind of eyeshadow palette from the drugstore, I would say definitely go with Wet n Wild. All right, so we're down to the last product I'm going to talk about, and these are lipsticks. These are from L'Oreal. They are the color Riche Shine, I think, lipsticks they're called. So I have the shade, my favorite is Shining Peach, but I also have Varnished Rosewood and Glossy Fawn. So if you are looking for something that's kind of a hybrid between like a lipstick, a gloss, and a lip balm, then this is it. These are so shiny. They have good opacity, so all the colors show up really well. I would recommend the nudes though, more over the deep shades, because deeper shades in this kind of formula to me just aren't that great. But all of the kind of nude or mid-tone shades I would recommend. Shining Peach, like I said, is my absolute favorite. That's that color right there. I'll put a little bit just on the end of my arm. So that's it right there. Just a really pretty, like, Really pretty shade, really pretty formula. And that one's, like I said, my favorite one. Now, if you were looking at buying like some of the more expensive lip balms that are out there, like YSL has a really expensive one. Marc Jacobs just come out with that lip balm. I think you should just go with these. These are like under 10 bucks each. You can get a few shades to check and see what you like. I just think these are bomb. No one talks about these here on YouTube, barely. I think I've maybe seen one person actually mention this shade. I think Shades of Cassie did mention this. Other than that, I haven't seen many people talk about these, and they should. Another good formula similar to this would be the Maybelline, I think it's Shine Compulsion they just came out with. Very similar to these, but if you are looking at something glossy, lipstick-like, lip balm-like, moisturizing, good for summer, then I definitely would suggest checking these out. Alright guys, so I think that's going to do it for this video. That was just some of the stuff I pulled from my collection that I really enjoy, that are affordable products that aren't going to break the bank when you go to buy them. If you guys have any products you want to recommend to me, definitely let me know in the comments. I always love going drugstore shopping or to Walmart and finding like awesome products. So if you guys like any of these, let me know as well. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell notification button down below if you don't want to miss out on any of my uploads, because I think that is the only way you're going to see my videos, unless I, of course, post them on social media, which I will. You should follow me over on Instagram. It's at Shanashawns Beauty. I post everything there, and when I upload all that kind of stuff, my looks, what I'm wearing, I'll also post the products down below in the description box. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.